Hi, I'm Lucy, and we are the Skeletal System. Right now, I'm going to talk about bone diseases. There are two main bone diseases. The first one I'm talking about is arthritis. Arthritis occurs following trauma to the joint, following the infection of the joint, or just getting old. And the second one I'm going to talk about is osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is a disease in the bones that causes a fracture in the bone. Now here's Paula.
Hi, I'm Paula. I'm going to be telling you about having no bones. Did you know if we had no bones in the human body, then we'd just be a big puddle of skin and guts, and that's kind of gross. And so don't ever wish that you had no bones, because that really would not be cool. And did you know that bones are rigid organs that form part of the endoskeleton of vertebrae? They function to move, support, and protect the various organs of the body, produce red and white blood cells, and store minerals. Bone tissue is a type of dense connective tissue. Because bones come in a variety of shapes and sizes and have a complex internal and external structure, they are lightweight, yet strong and hard, in addition to fulfilling their many other functions. One of the types of tissue that make up bone that is mineralized is osseous tissue, also called bone tissue. That gives it rigidity and a honeycomb-like three-dimensional figure, internal structure. Other types of tissue found in bones contain marrow and endosteum. And now here's Lucy talking about joints.
Now I'm going to talk about joints. There are three main joints in the body. The first one I'm going to talk about is the ball and socket joint. The ball and socket joint is a joint in which the bone is capable of motion around an indefinite number of axes, which have one common center that enables the bone to move in a 360-degree angle. Next is the pivot bone. The pivot bone allows rotation around an axis. And the third one is the hinge joint. The hinge joint is when the articular surfaces are molded into each other. Thank you for listening. Now we have some questions. I'm going to talk about how many bones are there in some animals and people. How many bones do you think there are in a baby? Lindsay?
More bones than in an adult.
No, how many? Can you guess?
10. I don't know.
10 bones? There's actually 270. Can anybody guess how many there are in an adult? Lauren?
300?
206. Can anybody guess how many there are in a dog? Lindsay?
354.
It's actually 321. That's the closest one so far, though. Anybody guess where there's a cat?
Lindsay.
Guess
354.
244. Anybody guess they're in a lizard? Laura?
60.
60? There's actually 200. What about an ant?
0.
Thank you, Lindsay. Okay, now here's Paula with some more questions.
So, we already told you this, but can you try and remember it? How many bones are there in a dog?
Lindsay?
300 and something.
300 and... Laura, can you get it, Liz? Can you get it? 321.
Now, how many different kinds of joints are there, and what are they called? Lindsay?
3 ball in the socket, the hinge, and then the pivot.
Yes.
Good job.
one, that's correct. Okay, what are two kinds of bone diseases? What two kinds of bone diseases are there? Okay, Laura?
Arthritis and osteoporosis.
Yes, but you were cheating. I'm sorry.
She was
Okay.
okay.
She was like- Okay, thank you. And now you have learned about the skeletal system, and here is our skeleton.
So
Right here is the rib cage.
this is the sternum.
Right here is the ulna.
This is the kneecap.
And
there's the hinge joint right there, actually.
and right here is the tibia.
There's the skull and the eye socket.
The lower jaw joint, so you can move.
And then there's the humerus right here. Like, and your
No,
fingers.
this is the femur. This is the femur.
And this is the humerus. Okay.
Tibia femur.
Okay. Thank you for listening.